Hi YouTube! We're gonna watch Innocent Lives Ruined by Internet Trolls. Hello, hi, I'm doing subathon. Hi. Okay, we go back. Okay. Get my mouse out the way. In.
How do you justify causing so many people distress and hurt?
It isn't my responsibility what others find upsetting. If you don't like it, turn it off.
The meanest thing I read was, I hope you yourself and I hope you get an eating disorder so you'll look pretty.
Simply because some idiot insinuated that something happened because two people went to use the bathroom at the same time. Are you happy yet?
There is a dark underworld, sinister side to Facebook that people probably don't realize even exists, that it's there.
I feel like people don't use Facebook that often now. I feel like people just don't use it as often, unless you're old. Unless you're old, then yes, you use it all the time. But I feel like people don't use Facebook as often. Okay.
Today, we're looking at innocent people whose lives were destroyed by internet trolls. And you'll be shocked why these everyday people became targets. We'll start with the lighter cases and end with those that are truly heartbreaking. So my goal this year is to give you guys double the amount of videos without sacrificing quality. And to do that, we gotta keep growing. So it would mean the world to me if
I need to keep growing! I need to keep growing. So like if you want to hit my subscribe button on YouTube, winka wink, it's right there.
And I promise to do my very best to make the best videos of all time for you guys.
I try.
You are awesome, and I hope that you guys like my new setup. What do you guys think? Natalia. Imagine getting roasted online, not for something you did, but for something someone else did using your face. That's exactly what happened to Natalia. In 2015, Natalia lived in Russia with her husband. She had a relatively quiet life, but her big mistake was using a social media platform called VK. It's basically the Russian version of Facebook. She posted innocent pictures like her husband, selfies, everyday stuff. Little did she know a troll was watching her page, and that troll was about to steal her life. This person downloaded hundreds of Natalia's photos. They took those photos and created a Twitter account. They called the account Uma Compton, same face, different name. And Uma Compton was preparing to cause a lot of trouble. The Uma Compton account introduced itself as a Christian mother.
Proud Christian mother of three, suicide survivor, anti-bully advocate.
But the things Uma Compton posted were the opposite of Christian.
Not long after the account's creation, Uma started posting and quickly garnered attention for a series of outlandish and often vulgar tweets that she would publish.
In one tweet, Uma bragged about her skills in the bedroom. Another tweet implied that she was romantically involved with her brother. Remember, this account was using Natalia's real face. People thought the woman behind those controversial tweets was bold enough to show her identity.
I swear. So I am very... How do you say it? I don't like my face, basically. I don't like my face. I get a bit, I forgot the word, but I don't like my face, so I never post my face. I don't care about posting my face as, like, you know how people are like, don't post your identity as a VTuber, or like, about, I'm okay with it, but like, I don't like my face in general. Self-conscious, yeah, self-conscious. I'm self-conscious of my face. I know I'm ugly, but I'm self-conscious. Okay, back to the video.
Enough
of my problems.
Viral. Screenshots of the tweets went viral. It felt like everyone was talking about Uma Compton. But the troll behind the Uma Compton account didn't stop at tweets. They decided to make music, and things got even worse. The internet troll released full songs under the name Uma Compton. The lyrics were offensive and the quality was terrible. There were even music videos with a cartoon version of Uma, which was actually Natalia's face. Soon, she had fans who started making fan pages of her. To them, Uma Compton was an internet icon. She was famous for being inappropriate. Meanwhile, Natalia was still in Moscow living her normal life. She didn't use Twitter or speak English, so she had no idea that she was the face of Uma Compton. That's probably why the troll chose her in the first place. She seemed like someone who would never find out. But then the troll slipped up, and everything came crashing down. In January 2016, the Uma Compton account uploaded a new photo of Natalia. She was pointing at a street sign written in Russian. In the background, there was a phone number. A reporter named Ryan saw the post. Immediately, he realized that something was off. Uma always tweeted that she lived in America. So why was the street sign written in Russian? Ryan looked up the phone number. It led him to Natalia's VK page in Russia. Natalia's page had the exact same photos Uma Compton was using, but it showed a completely different person. Ryan reached out to Natalia and her husband. When he told them about Uma Compton, they were shocked. Ryan knew he had to expose the truth, so he published his findings, and the internet finally saw it. Uma Compton wasn't real. It was just a troll.
18,000 followers! I can barely get to
Uma
200!
Compton account. But by then, the damage was permanent. Tweets had already been screenshotted. Songs were downloaded and reposted. And Natalia's face was tied to all that disgusting content. And she could no longer come to America because if she did, she would be recognized as one of the worst people ever. Natalia's face was stolen and she didn't even know it until it was too late. But here's the scary part. This could happen to any of us because your personal information is already floating online.
Yeah.
Not because of some troll, but because of data broker.
Listen, man. If you want... Isn't there a short with your face? Yeah, but I think I deleted that. Anyways, I'm poor as shit. So if you want to steal my identity, you're gonna be crying yourself to sleep because I ain't got shit. I ain't got shit. You want to take my credit card? That's already down the bank. You want to take my phone number? Ain't nothing interesting there. You're just gonna get calls from scammers. Scammers gonna get a call from scammers. So if you want my number, you're gonna have to suffer with yourself.
So they sell your private information without your consent. They make no attempt to stop scammers or even stalkers from buying it. Why? Because they make billions of dollars a year off of it. And I don't understand why, but it is completely legal. So I know you guys might not understand the gravity of what I'm saying right now, but I've had firsthand experience with people stealing my information and threatening me with...
So I will say once in my credit card, my bank card, I had a really weird pending purchase from TikTok, but it kept getting rejected, and it kept doing it, and I was like, what the fuck? And then that's when my bank, disabled the card and shit. But I was just like, one time I was just seeing random TikTok buys, not buys, but like they were trying to buy something off of my bank card, and I'm like, I know I don't use my bank card for anything other than bills, and I don't even have a TikTok account. I do technically do now, but that was like 2 years ago. So it's just like, what the fuck? But I use credit card because the credit card, I at least have a bit more insurance. Like at least with Capital One, I believe, it is not a sponsor because I ain't got no sponsors. Anyways, with Kappa Papa, I have it's secure, and they're like, we fight for you. If we see this, you don't deal with it, we deal with it. And I'm like, hell yeah. Anyways, back to the video.
With it to the point that the authorities got involved. It's serious. That's why I use Aura, the sponsor of this video. Aura,
but it's not the sponsor of my video.
Epstein thought she was about to become a beauty queen. Instead, she became the target of internet trolls who ruined her life. In November 2006, Caitlyn became Miss Teen South Carolina, and it was time to take the next step. She moved on to the national stage, Miss Teen USA.
Tonight, 51 of the hottest teens from all over the nation are getting ready to compete for the dream of a lifetime.
It was a huge event. Millions were watching live from home. Caitlyn made it to the top 5. That's when the questions began. One of the judges asked her a question.
Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think this is?
It was a question about education and geography, but maybe Caitlyn was nervous because what came out next was not a logical answer. It was a mess.
Because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as.
The crowd went silent. Even the host froze. He wanted to...
Yeah. First off, what about the maps? And second off, stating those two in a thing like that is not a good... No, especially Iraq. No. Also, to answer that question, because our education system sucks like shit, not gonna lie, it sucks like shit, and depending on where you live in the country, it's even fucking worse. It's worse. Like, if you live in a poor, low-income town, education system is shit. I will say that. I know because I lived in a poor-income town. Fun fact, I was homeless when I was, I believe, 8 years old for 3 months in the middle of the winter in elementary school. I think it was like probably 3rd or 4th grade. So I had a hard time learning. I had a bit of a not a learning problem, but difficulty learning with everything going around. There's more to that story, but it was just horrible. She could have been nervous. Not gonna lie, I say shit when I'm nervous all the time. I say sounds when I'm nervous. I don't say words. I say sounds, but still not great words to say in front of a lot of people. But the education system is shit. Of course, I'm not in school right now, so I don't know if it's any better than it was when I was a kid. But I still believe it's probably shit. I mean, after all. We have an orange as a president. That's all I'm going to say.
Help her, but he couldn't.
As a host, they specifically tell me that you're not allowed to say anything or help the contestant at all.
Caitlyn wasn't the first to fumble during a pageant, but internet trolls decided to make her suffer for her mistake. Someone clipped Caitlyn's mistake and posted it online. It spread like wildfire. The video crossed 1 million views on YouTube. On Reddit, the comments were vicious. One said, "This is what having a brain fart looks like." They made memes and parody videos. One showed cartoons dancing in her brain.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because...
But the online jokes spilled into her real life. One day, Caitlyn's family found a strange letter in the mailbox.
Was it a map?
Hateful comments
never
telling
mind.
Caitlyn to go die for your stupidity. At a college party, a group of guys recognized her, and they started mocking her on the spot. Her mental health took a hit. She didn't feel safe in public. Caitlyn even lost childhood friends because they were embarrassed to be seen with her. The trolling slowly...
Bitch, if that ain't no fucking childhood friend. That ain't no childhood friend. A childhood friend will be like, you know what? I'm stupid too. You got a problem with that? Nah. But instead they're like, get away from us. Nah. If I would have been a childhood friend, I'm like, yeah, I'm dumb too, bitch. What are you gonna do about it? Anyways. Sorry.
Became less and less. And after all these years, Caitlyn was finally able to move on with her life. This next case is about a kind gesture that backfired. Nicola Brooks. Nicola Brooks didn't go looking for trouble. She was just a mom sitting on the couch watching TV with her daughter. Then she did one thing that put a target on her back. It started in November 2011. Nicola and her teenage daughter were watching X Factor, the talent show. A contestant named Frankie got kicked off for breaking the rules. Frankie was a controversial figure. He had a wild attitude. He bragged about breaking the law. Some viewers couldn't stand him. So when Frankie was eliminated, the internet celebrated. One headline read, "Frankie's departure from the X Factor means the end of too tight trousers, enormous hair, and some extremely painful singing." But it wasn't just jokes and memes. The comments about Frankie became violent. Some wanted him to get hit by a bus. Others talked about doing disgusting things to him. The harassment was so extreme that Frankie himself spoke out.
A few weeks ago, people didn't have a Scooby who I was, and now I'm walking down the street and there's people shouting stuff at me and just trying to give me a hard time.
Nicola saw all of it and she was horrified, so she decided to help. She posted a kind message on Facebook. It read, "Keep your friends and your family close, Frankie. The online bullies will move on to someone else soon." That's all she said, but somehow internet trolls didn't like that. They turned on her instead.
I mean, she was right.
Typical trolling. They just called her names. Then it escalated. They made fake Facebook accounts using Nicola's name and face. But they weren't just impersonating her. They were trying to destroy her. Some fake accounts messaged children. Others posted offensive content, all with Nicola's name and face.
I was getting photos made of me that the trolls were posting up.
She reported everything to Facebook, but they weren't much help.
Because they didn't do shit! They never do shit!
Again, thinking this would stop, something would be done.
So she went to the police, but they couldn't help either. Most of the trolling was just online, but after 6 months, it leaked into the real world. On Mother's Day 2012, the internet trolls posted Nicola's home address online. Anyone with bad intentions now knew where to find her. That night, Nicola was anxious. She went to bed with the lights on. For extra security, she placed a knife under her pillow. Not long after, Facebook shut down the accounts impersonating her, but Nicola wasn't satisfied. She wanted to know the real identity of her cyberbullies.
Yeah!
Facebook to court.
Nicola
Fuck yeah!
a lawyer, and they contacted Facebook to ask for details of those trolling her.
It took months of legal pressure, but in the end, Nicola won. Facebook was forced to hand over the names. The paperwork arrived, and the name at the top left her speechless.
Please don't tell me.
Troll, the one who did the most damage, was a police officer. She
what
forwarded
the
names to the authorities immediately.
2 men were arrested and later released on bail, but the Crown Prosecution Service has since recommended that no charges be brought against them.
Nicola defended someone who was being bullied, and internet trolls tried to destroy her.
I will say this. I don't think I've ever had... Well... No, I don't think I've ever had an online bully. I had real bullies in real life, but never an online one. But that it could always change. There would just be okay. Not that I want it, but I long for the day that there would be an online bully, so then I can just show what they're saying on stream for everyone to see. Because if they hate me, they'll hate me even more. But anyways, okay. I just kind of wanted to say that because I've always wanted that, because I always think it would be funny as fuck because I would torment them. Don't torment me though, bitch. Anyways,
for that. This
we're halfway there.
Was about someone who was hurt by their own hero.
Oh, I don't like that.
It was early 2014. Alexis Carter was a junior in high school getting ready for prom, and she had the perfect dress in mind. She wanted to wear a green jumpsuit just like Rihanna's. The dress was unique because it had sleeves that looked like wings. There was one problem. The designer version was way too expensive. Alexis had 2 options: pick another outfit or find someone to recreate Rihanna's jumpsuit. She chose the
hydrate!
Alexis,
I don't have a drink on me!
So a custom version. It wasn't exact, but it was close enough. On prom night, Alexis showed up in her green jumpsuit.
Alright, give me a minute.
Loved it. She smiled wide and...
Alright, give me a minute. I'll get a drink right now, because you people are... Give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. I just got back, goddammit! Okay, I'll take 2 drinks and then we'll move on to the video. Making me run up the goddamn stairs. Okay. After this momentary break, we go live in 3, 2, 1.
Posed for photos. Later that night, Alexis posted a few photos online. Then she went to bed with a smile, but internet trolls were about to wipe that smile off her face. In the morning, Alexis's photos were going viral. Some troll online compared her sleeves to bat wings, and they gave her a nickname: Prombat. Within hours, hashtag Prombat was trending. Trolls photoshopped her into bat logos and superhero posters. Alexis tried to ignore the memes, but then something happened that absolutely crushed her.
Please don't Rihanna say.
The meme reached Rihanna herself, the same Rihanna whose dress Alexis tried to recreate. Instead of defending her fan, Rihanna reposted the meme. She posted this photo, a side-by-side comparison of her original dress and Alexis. It got over 9,000 retweets and 11,000 likes. It even appeared on TV.
No!
Green jumpsuit with wings got a Rihanna emoticon frown, along with a split screen tweet comparing it to the Wu-Tang Clan's logo.
When Alexis saw Rihanna's post, she was heartbroken. Alexis said, "I started crying at first when it went viral. When Rihanna posted that photo, it made it 10 times worse." Later that day, she gathered every Rihanna CD she owned and threw it all in the trash. Eventually, memes slowed down, and people finally stopped bullying Alexis. This next story proves trolls don't need facts. They can just make things up. Norman Kohanowski. Norman was a teenager from Germany. He loved filming goofy skits with a camcorder, but one of those skits invited dangerous people into his life. In 2006, Norman created a fictional character named Leopold. Leopold was supposed to be a hot-headed gamer with a bad temper. One day, Norman filmed himself acting as Leopold. In that skit, Leopold was having a meltdown over a computer game. It was meant to be a joke about gamers who took things way too seriously. He posted the video on his personal website, so anyone who saw it knew it was an act. And then the problem started. Someone downloaded the video, then uploaded it on YouTube with a different title, Angry German Kid. It went viral on YouTube. Not because people thought it was funny, but because people thought it was real. Based on the comments, they thought Norman was an angry, unstable mess. Then German television found it, and they made the situation 10 times worse. In November 2006, there was a tragic incident in Germany. It involved a school and a pew-pew. German media scrambled to find something to blame. There was a
I'm sorry, a pew-pew. The way he said it was funny, okay? Yeah, come on. A pew-pew. You can't. A pew-pew. Okay, anyway. Pew-pew-pew. Okay. Guns are bad. Guns are bad. But pew-pew. I'm sorry. Okay.
Theory going around that video game addiction made kids violent, so the reporters went looking for examples. Just like that, they found Norman's video. It was perfect. A TV station used the clip in a documentary about gaming addiction and violence. They didn't mention it was a sketch. Instead, they made up a story. They claimed the meltdown was real and that Norman's father secretly recorded him. They even called him Leopold like it was his real name. Norman was a good kid, but now millions thought he was a violent freak. Just when it seemed it couldn't get any worse, the trolls showed up. Once the documentary aired, Norman became a meme. Trolls edited the footage with fake subtitles. But the worst part wasn't the internet. It was the kids at school. They teased him every chance they got.
Und die Leute sind einfach durchgedreht. Und ich habe es dann
jeden
Tag zu spüren.
Damn.
Jeden Tag habe ich mir das dann angehört, dass die Leute mich kennen, über den ganzen Schulhof brüllen.
Norman kept saying it was just a skit, but most people didn't believe him, so he tried a different approach. He dyed his hair and stopped wearing glasses. He hoped strangers wouldn't recognize him, but it didn't work. Norman was harassed everywhere he went. After 3 years of constant bullying, Norman snapped. He got drunk on a school trip and started making disturbing threats. He even threatened to take the lives of those who bullied him.
Talking to my classmates. How I hate all people, how I hate this world.
While he was ranting, someone recorded him. They took it straight to the teachers, and Norman was arrested and expelled from school. By this point, Norman was in a fit of rage. He refused community service, so he was sent to juvenile detention. By the time he got out a month later, everything was different. He locked himself in his room, hiding from the world, all because people online turned a joke into a nightmare. It took 2 years, but Norman started putting his life back together. He made new friends and got into a relationship. He even became a music producer. Imagine doing someone a favor only for that person to turn around and backstab you online. That's the next story.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
The Plane Bay woman.
The plane.
In
Who the fuck is
2018,
the Plane
Helen
Bay?
was flying from New York to Dallas. She sat next to a lady named Rosie Blair. The two women were strangers. Before takeoff, Rosie asked Helen for a favor. Rosie's boyfriend was in a different seat, and she wanted to sit next to him. So she asked Helen to switch seats with him. Helen agreed. But just before the swap, Rosie made a joke. She said maybe the guy Helen was about to sit next to might be the love of her life. They both laughed. Helen didn't realize that joke was a red flag. Helen moved seats, and she ended up sitting next to a random guy. Helen and the guy started chatting. They really got along. Helen had no idea that behind her, Rosie was watching everything. From the row behind, Rosie saw Helen talking to this random guy, and she believed that her joke was coming true. So she pulled out her phone and started live tweeting what she thought was a love story unfolding in real time. Rosie took pictures. She listened in on their conversation and tweeted everything she noticed. One tweet said, "No wedding rings in sight." Another said, "They're both personal trainers. They have touched arms a few times, and they're both vegetarians." Then one tweet went a little too far. She wrote that Helen and the man both went to the restroom at the same time. And when Helen came back, her hair was down. Rosie's tweet hinted that something intimate happened.
Saying that the girl in question went to the bathroom with her hair up. And what did Detective Rosie Blair say? When she came back, her hair was down.
By the next day, Rosie's tweets went viral. Hashtag Plain Bay was trending.
This morning, we have a love story to tell you about for the ages. If you were on Twitter yesterday, this was everywhere, and it is awesome.
If you haven't heard the story of Plain Bay, then you are missing the best plane story ever.
It was the best onboard entertainment they could ask for. And they made sure no one on the ground following the budding romance on social media missed any of it.
Remember, Rosie secretly took photos of Helen and the random guy, but she blurred their faces. Unfortunately, that didn't matter. Within hours, internet detectives identified Helen. They found her full name, her social media, and started posting it online. That's when the trolls came for her. The bathroom tweet sparked the worst kind of attention. People were convinced Helen had done something inappropriate mid-flight, and the comments were brutal.
She was harassed after people found her social media accounts with at least a few comments indicating that she was a skank.
Helen was overwhelmed. She deleted all her social media accounts, but the rumors kept spreading. Meanwhile, Rosie, the one whose tweets started the issue, was thriving. She gained followers, brand attention, and media interviews. Eventually, Helen released a statement through
brand attention for tweeting someone else's. It's the why. Oh, I haven't been looking at the. Oh, apparently we had a bot on the stream. Was it the bot? Yes, it was a bot. You bot. Okay. Oop.
her lawyer. It read, "Strangers publicly discussed my private life based on patently false information. I've been doxxed, shamed, insulted, and harassed." Only then did Rosie apologize. But the apology didn't
only
erase the
then.
rumors. Years passed since the Plain Bay incident, but Helen's name was still attached to it, all because she did someone a favor. The girl in the next story had no idea that chasing her passion would ruin her life. Rebecca Black. In 2010, Rebecca Black was 13, and she had a dream. Rebecca wanted to be a famous musician, but she wasn't rich. She was raised by a single mom who worked hard to support her. Then, Rebecca heard something that sounded too good to be true. A friend told her about a company called Arc Music Factory. They made music videos for kids who wanted to be famous, but there was a catch. The video would cost $4,000. She begged her mom to pay for the video. Eventually, her mom agreed. Rebecca didn't even have to write a song. Arc gave her two options. One was called Superwoman. The other was Friday. Rebecca chose Friday.
They sent me a song called It's Friday. And it was this cute little song of like waking up, going to school, and I was like,
wake up in the morning. Okay.
I do that. This is it.
She invited her friends to help film the video. The whole thing felt like a school project. On February 10th, 2011, the video went live on YouTube. At first, nothing really happened. It got about 4,000 views in the first month. Safe to say, it was not a hit. Then, a comedian saw the song, and he changed Rebecca's life. Daniel Tosh hosted a show on Comedy Central called Tosh.0, and in March 2011, he featured Rebecca's song on his show. But he wasn't trying to praise Rebecca, he was roasting her.
Some artists worked forever to get in the spotlight. Others had their mom pay a shitty producer $4,000 to make a music video for their not especially talented daughter.
That one joke lit the fuse. Rebecca's video shot up from 4,000 views to 70,000 overnight. Then it hit 200,000 the next day. By the end of the week, Friday had 29 million views, and almost every comment was a punchline.
Comments were starting to come a bit more, and they were definitely all making fun of me, making fun of the song. That immediately put the biggest pit in my stomach I've probably ever had.
Friday.
Hey, people who want to make fun of my video. People who want to make fun of my video. I'm good with the free I'm good with the free views. Come on. Make fun of me. 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 Okay, back to the video. Oh wink.
Was among the most hated videos in YouTube history. It had over 2 million dislikes and only about 300,000 likes. Then,
hey, why are you throwing a rock at me?
Two people contacted Rebecca's family, one by phone, the other by email. Both said the same thing: take the video down or we'll take your daughter's life. That's when it stopped being a joke.
Specifically, they mentioned that they were going to take her life, and that's where you have to draw the line.
Rebecca didn't take the video down. The Friday music video remains on her YouTube channel till this day. Eventually, celebrities like Katy Perry and Lady Gaga told people to back off, and slowly the trolling and threats stopped. Most people expected Rebecca.
If you don't respect Lady Gaga, then you don't get to be here.
to disappear forever. But
Okay,
she kept
whatever.
making
I
music.
like Lady
She
Gaga,
released
though.
albums, became a DJ, and now tours with major artists. Rebecca Black went viral for all the wrong reasons, but somehow she turned it into something real. My friends, hurt people, especially online when you can hide behind your screen. But that's exactly when it matters the most. And my question to you is, what kind of person do you want to be when no one's watching? Visual.
Listen. I would only bully people under one circumstance. If you bully me or someone in like a viewer or anything and I hear about it and I'm like, give me the deets, I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna post it on Instagram. I'm post it on YouTube. Listen, bitch, I'm dealing fire with fire. You want to deal with my people or me? I could give two shits about me, to be honest. I already have low self-esteem. If you want to deal with my people, though, that's where I'm a demon, bitch. I'll go after your ass. So watch your mouths and watch what you do, cause I'll go after you. Now I kind of okay. Bye it up.